You're tuned in to Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk, live every weekday on the Nation Network YouTube.
We are live with Oilers Nation every day, not just any edition of Oilers Nation every day, a Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day edition of the show. As always, coming to you live from the Sports Closet studio. When you think the Oilers are going to win, they lose. When you think they're going to lose, they win. Tonight, well, we'll find out what side of that coin we're on. Now, let's get into everything with the lead. Yes, I know we were late, but we are here now and ready to get set for tonight's game.
Is the chat talking?
Yeah, the chat's, it's an impatient chat on YouTube.
I respect it. It's a 5 o'clock game time. Everyone needs to know what's up.
We got to get going. We are live on the Nation Network YouTube. Hammer the chat, hammer the like button as well, and give us your Sherwood Ford Giant keys to victory down in the chat. We're going to be giving ours in a couple of minutes here. But first, Jay, welcome into the show. What did you make of the Oilers' 3-2 win over the Lightning?
Well, I wish I bet more aggressively than I did, because one could have made a lot of money. But it's not about winning money. It's about the Oilers winning. And they went to Tampa, and what did they do? They played really good defensively, and they were able to kind of shut down. Sure, they gave up some chances, and Jack Campbell played good. Like, weird when the two things kind of go together, how this team can actually be. So I was not shocked because I believe in the squad, but, you know, it was just really reassuring to see that we've got this in the bag.
Yeah, that was... You know, the Oilers only gave up 23 shots at 5-on-5 in that hockey game to the Tampa Bay Lightning. 23 shots against at 5-on-5 in that hockey game. One of their better defensive performances of the season from that perspective. I'll be honest, like, I thought they were going to get smoked. I talked about this yesterday on my show. I was like, man, second of back-to-backs, going up against the Lightning, a team that seemed to be playing some pretty good hockey as of late. I did not have Warren Foegele. Shorthanded as well. PK.
Well, that's all. We're shorthanded scoring machines,
which drives me nuts, but I was still happy to see it. We go perfect 5 for 5 on the PK, though, against a Lightning team that is a wagon with the man advantage as well, with all that talent they have. And Jack Campbell, like, early in that game, I'm giving full marks to Campbell.
We were getting shelled.
10-0 were the shots. And Campbell, 10 for 10. He kept the Oilers in that hockey game. I thought he was just outstanding, and I haven't seen who is the confirmed starter yet. I'm loading up Daily Faceoff.
Well, we chatted about this. We think it has to be Jack.
It
should be Jack.
It's going to be Jack.
Okay,
Jack Campbell confirmed per Jack Michaels. So he had
Jack by Jack?
Jack confirmed by Jack. Jack to Jack.
All right, let's go.
946 save percentage against Tampa. They got his season numbers up a little bit. He's now sitting at a 393, 884. I'm excited for this opportunity for Campbell to build on it.
Still gross. But yeah, no, it's still early in the season. He can get all this stuff kind of back on the rails in terms of how it looks stats-wise.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it's absolutely the right decision tonight. You know, I was a guy who last week was saying sit him, but now
you weren't jacked for Jack.
No, I was not jacked for Jack. Tonight I'm jacked for Jack, though.
Oh, I am so
and we'll
jacked
see if
for
the Oilers
Jack.
can go.
Jacked is jacked for Jack. Jack is jacked for Jack. A lot of Jacks there.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about, or did you have a chance to catch Frank Saravalli's hit on the show yesterday?
I did not.
He talked about Carolina Hurricanes. They were in Florida last night.
Mm-hmm.
There is a literal hurricane going through Florida.
Yes.
The Hurricanes, Carolina variety, had planned for the literal hurricane by having 2 planes sitting at different airports in different parts of Florida, so that if the weather wasn't good for one, they could just drive to the other one and fly out of there instead. Point being, there was a chance this game tonight wasn't going to be played. There was like some fear that if the Canes couldn't get out of Florida because of the literal hurricane, they wouldn't be able to play tonight. Either way, it was probably a pretty stressful travel situation for the Canes. They also lost last night to Florida, second of back-to-backs. Oilers have been in Raleigh for longer than the Canes have themselves. I think this is kind of lining up in their favor this evening.
That was a whole narrative against Tampa Bay. They got in at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes that just doesn't matter. I thought, and to go back to the Tampa game, like Leon Draisaitl's comments before the game, and just when he's saying how they have to just be better and like that, to me, I was just like, they're gonna fix this. Like I hearing like how he talked and what he said, I'm like, they're gonna win this game. Now to move fast forward to Carolina. there is always concern when a good team loses the night before, because good teams don't normally lose back-to-back. So that is a bit of a concern, but I really feel like something special kind of happened in Tampa, and that win can, hopefully spill over with some momentum in Carolina. And obviously losing Kane, big loss, and that was, thoughts and prayers with him, but it looks like everything is looking okay in terms of recovery. Yeah. It's just the time of recovery. We can also talk about the Kucherov potential there that we should unpack a bit.
Okay, no, let's jump right into that. So Kane's out. He's on LTIR. It's going to be 3 to 4 months.
Or December, 4 to 5 months.
Till December, January.
It takes a while. Ask Jacob Chicken how long it takes to recover that.
February to March. I don't think you're pushing this thing almost 6 months, Jay.
Well, let's see. If it's 4 to 5 months, and
it's 3 to 4 months,
and then you send him down to Baco for that's what it is right now. Long recovery, wrist, it's a joint, it's a tendon, things move around. You don't want to rush things like this, Tyler.
I think it's
a very serious injury. He needs to do what's best for him, and I'm told time heals all wounds. So maximize that time for maximized healing, and then, oops, you might be ready just in time for playoffs. Okay, that's good. We'll work with that. Meanwhile, someone else has joined the team, and, we might be a little bit better.
The interesting thing with Kane is that he basically missed half a season last year.
Yeah.
And then jumped into the Oilers lineup and pretty much fit in from day one.
Yep.
So if there is a player who could maybe do it, maybe it is him. But I agree with John in the chat. Can't push it that far, and it's not realistic. Jack.
Well, I mean, tell me why you can't. Tell me why you can't.
Because you don't.
This guy had a massive laceration.
Mm-hmm.
He cut tendons.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff all takes time. Why rush it? There is no rush to get him back either. He's got to feel good. What is another month? But
it's like another 6 weeks, not another month. And it's 3 to 4 months. If it was 4 to 5 months and that was the timeline they were giving us now, I would be like, don't wink.
I didn't wink.
You just winked at me. Oh, I thought you were winking 4 to 5 months. Anyways, if it was 4 to 5 months.
Sure, I'd say it, yeah.
If it was 4 to 5 months from the jump, I'd be like, yes, you can push it till 5.5. But the fact they're saying 3 to 4, I'm not buying that.
But who's they? We don't know yet.
The team is they.
Well, you got to explore these options, people. And we can't look at things so literal all the time. Sometimes we got to look at things in the gray or look at the blur, Let's think about how if you just deal with this right and there is no rush to get him back anyways. Think about the injury itself.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no rush to get him back. You want that fully healed because tendon damage is serious. You want to make sure that it's fully healed. And so if you need to, leave it in the oven for a little bit longer so it can bake and get to, where it needs to be, as opposed to rushing something like that. What are we even talking about?
Sure. Frank was on the show yesterday talking about how some of the Oilers' deadline needs, this ties into that conversation. Mm-hmm. He said someone in the bottom 6 who can play with a bit of jam.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a legitimate centerman as well. I was reading Pierre LeBrun today, throwing out some potential center targets from around the league.
Is Bo Horvat still being mentioned?
Well, Horvat is a guy who's reportedly available or is going to be made available.
Bo knows.
Jonathan Taves is a guy who's reportedly going to be made available.
Mm-hmm.
What about Ryan O'Reilly?
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare tease me with a Ryan. You will not accept going Kane for 5 months with his injury, and then you're now going to hit me with Ryan O'Reilly?
The Blues are...
You want to talk about make-believe.
Pierre LeBrun says, if the Blues don't get back in the race, O'Reilly, pending UFA, Tarasenko, pending UFA, both will be shopped.
So St. Louis is going in 2019 mode all over again. What happened in 2019? They sucked to start. They had a fight in practice. They got behind the song Gloria in January and went on an absolute heater to the end of, to win the Stanley Cup. That team on paper is still too good. But
sometimes
if you could get his nickname is Factor.
Really?
Yes. Oh. Ryan O'Reilly is an elite two-way centerman. Elite. And a hell of a guitarist, too. So don't tease me, Tyler, with Ryan O'Reilly, okay? I'm not ready for it yet. I still believe St. Louis is going to turn around. But if he is available, Evander Kane, I'm sorry, you're hurt for another 6 weeks because we got the space because you got to make Ryan O'Reilly happen.
You don't even have to. It wouldn't even be that. Like, you get a third team involved. Oilers get him for $2.5 million. Foegele salary out the door. Foegele a first and a third for half a season of Ryan O'Reilly. But as some people brought up here, and this was what a lot of people, Dr. Gonzo saying it, but a lot of people yesterday when I tweeted out the article with what Frank said, you got to get D, you got to get D. So would you spend a first-round pick plus to get O'Reilly when what kind of defenseman can a first-round pick plus? Or does O'Reilly make you better defensively as a reliable two-way C?
Well, he does both, but you need both. Once again, going back to my theory, if we're just going to make shit up here, Evander Kane joins us in the playoffs, use that cap space, Chikrin or some other type of really strong defensive piece, and then get a third team for Ryan O'Reilly. Very simple.
You can't like Ryan O'Reilly. This is an insider reporting. He could be available. That is not the.
But that could be. So the same thing happened in St. Louis in 2019.
Yeah, I know.
We're looking at we should go get Parayko. These guys suck. We were talking like that.
But they had
talking like that.
They had like a once in every 50 years kind of run. You can't sit there now and be like, just like 2019, they got us right where they want them.
We just can't get our hopes up, is what I'm saying.
Okay, sure.
Because we're like, we got. What can we fleece out of St. Louis this year? Like that's what we were all talking about on podcast. We were thinking we could go and make a run to get Parayko. We were. Yeah. So Ryan O'Reilly, he's Patrice Bergeron.
You're giddy at the idea of
it. My God, if he was on our team, I would faint. So yes, if it is a possibility, all goddamn costs, and then still go finance a defenseman. Because why, everyone? The time is now. Who cares about our first round pick right now in 2024? It's about now. Our window is now. We want Connor and Leon to stay here forever. Nuge is already staying forever, but he just, it's Nuge. You want these two ultimate all-stars to stay? We got to start winning some cups.
Yeah, fair enough. Dangerous Wade brings up a great question. How do we make any of this work when we needed a major player to get injured just to bring up $1 million player? And let's turn this back into tonight's game now and dig into our lines for the Edmonton Oilers this evening, courtesy of Daily Faceoff. Connor McDavid will center Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jesse Puljujarvi. That line, fantastic shot metrics. They're giving Puljujarvi some leash here. I'm excited to see what he can do with this opportunity. On the second line, I'm excited to see what number 55, Dylan Holloway, can do with his opportunity next to Draisaitl and Hyman. This is the chance if you're Dylan Holloway. This is your look. And I really hope the one thing I'll say, and I said it yesterday on the show as well, if you're Jay Woodcroft, give this breathing room. If the first period doesn't go well, if he makes a bad turnover, just let him play through it. Give him legitimately the rest of this road trip, every shift with Leon Draisaitl, and see if they get something going. Don't yank him off after 20 bad minutes.
Well, since Dangerous Wade's in the chat, first of all, love you, man. And he'll now understand this analogy.
Okay.
Dylan Holloway, he's a young bottle of wine. Dangerous Wade's a sommelier. We have to open the bottle and let it breathe so it can become drinkable. So let's let Dylan Holloway breathe and let's drink in what he can do. So time is going to be an asset here. And so we're seeing flashes of brilliance. I like giving him the opportunity, but let's not put high expectations on him in his first crack at this and just let it breathe a little bit. Because I do think he belongs up here. I really do. I see those flashes of brilliance. He's just establishing his confidence. Now, we have to give love to JP. That was JP's best game of the year.
I think the last two games have been really good for him.
He is actually, I will now support, he's actually been a factor. His physicality has been a factor. He was actually driving play. He was actually complimentary to Connor McDavid.
Yep.
He was getting in the right spots. He was actually, getting the shot off and not just falling before he even touches the puck. This was a very good performance. So very promising. I hope he can build off of that. And he's going to Carolina. Carolina's full of Finns. He's a Finn. There's this national competition between one another. I expect him to level up in Carolina against Aho and Teravainen.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's probably another Finn there that I'm not thinking of. But between those two, they're all buddies. He's probably going to level up his game as well. So I expect big things from JP. So let Holloway breathe. Heavy expectations on JP. Fair?
Sure. I mean, yeah, start scoring if you're Puljujarvi and you're getting all these shots on net.
Score, yeah,
he's been ripping the pill, so I agree with that wholeheartedly. McLeod with Derek Ryan and Warren Foegele is your third line. Your fourth line is Devin Shore with Kyler Yamamoto on the right side and Mattias Janmark on the left side. Liam, we don't have the ability to bring you on camera, but I still want your take on Mattias Janmark's Oilers debut tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the right guy to call up, right? Yeah. From Bakersfield. I know Klim Kostin's here too, and I think that's more for his size and physicality.
He's the meat.
Yeah, they've kind of got two guys to complement what Evander Kane is going to miss. I like that Holloway's on the second line. I think that's somewhat deserved.
Yep.
I like the offense he can bring, but yeah, Mattias Janmark, I think he's a good penalty killer from what I hear, and yeah, that fourth line. Probably better than most fourth lines at the moment, right? With Yamamoto, like he's not a fourth line player, and then Janmark, isn't he scored 19 goals in the league or something? Pretty close, right?
He's had some good seasons.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we'll see what we end up getting here. I'm excited for Janmark, just because, I mean, 4 points in 4 AHL games, sure, yep, good, solid, but this is a guy who I didn't think was terrible in training camp. Was just the casualty. He was a cap casualty.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see. He should be highly, highly motivated for this opportunity here. Klim Kostin, we'll see if he ends up getting into the lineup at all on this road trip.
I hope so. I want to see the big man.
The watch is on Kyler Yamamoto, though.
I know, man. You really cheer for the guy because the guy plays with intensity, but just the kid has ability. He has ability. We've seen it, and obviously this is upstairs in his head. Like when you're in a funk, it's tough to kind of break. Like he's changed. Like you can tell how delicate he is right now. He's changing his tape job. He's doing those types of things to like try to break the habit and get the monkey off his back. You saw the monkey off. You see how pumped Foegele was?
Oh, that was great.
He celebrated like 9 times after that. And that was one of his better games too. He was physically assertive.
Blocked a big shot
at the end. Like he was in the game. So maybe that's what we need. I hope, I really want Warren Foegele to be a $2.75 million player. Mm-hmm. Now back to Yamamoto. Yeah, the kid's got to get going because if he's not going, like Woodcroft doesn't have a choice. Like if you can't perform, he's got to pull you out, right? And so he's on the exit ladder right now. Like he's second line, third line. Now he's on the fourth line. Like, sure, he'll bring energy to that line, and that's what you just need to focus on. If you can't, and like same thing with Foegele, like before he scored there, like but all of a sudden that unlocked his physicality. You should be just getting into play and getting like into the emotion of the game. And then good things will come from that. So like I hope Yamamoto takes this opportunity to be a spark plug on that fourth line.
Yeah.
And I'm also pumped. Derek Ryan's been really noticeable as of late. Like he's
great.
Like he's obviously he's a small guy. He's not the fastest, but real smart hockey player.
Yeah.
U of A grad, smart guy. And he's really shown up in the last few games, and he's had some really good chances. He should have scored in that breakaway. That was really close.
Yeah.
But whatever, he's there, right? That they will go in. And didn't he also light up the Carolina Hurricanes?
I was just gonna say, wasn't it this road trip last year where he got a hat trick and he had like that run of games where he scored?
Yeah. So like he likes Raleigh.
Played there. Revenge game.
My Southern Draft. Oh yeah.
He played in Carolina.
Derek Ryan revenge game.
Was it Sorry, did he go hat trick against the Canes? I thought it was hat trick in Florida last year.
But he was on that road trip.
Yeah, it was on that.
Oh, it wasn't
Florida. He scored against Carolina. Then the next game was 3 against Florida. So tonight, maybe we flip it. Maybe it's 3 against Carolina, 1 against Florida.
We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Definitely take that. Derek Ryan's been playing some pretty good hockey. I agree. Just catching up on some things here in the chat. John says incoming Hyman dried Derek Ryan to start the second period, and that's what they can't do. Right? Is they can't have. You can't just be impatient with Holloway, and I'm with it. Dr. Gonzo stoked for Holloway in the top 6. Rusty loves the look of the third line. Yamo on the fourth line is interesting. Let that muscle hamster go to work.
Exactly. Just go and get engaged.
Simplify.
You don't sometimes have to be on the score sheet to be a factor, but somehow that allows you to be a factor to get on the score sheet. So, like, it's funny how this works.
A lot of people in the chat, too, asking why Klim Kostin's not in over Devin Shore. I think people need to realize that, like, you can't just have 2 guys inserted right into the lineup on a fourth line. Shaw's pretty good on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
He's actually only been on the ice for 1 5-on-5 goal against this season. I know he's not really producing a ton, but still, like, he's a good, reliable player. And I think just throwing Klim Kostin into the Wolves against a very good team, along with Janmark, is just not a good idea.
And Janmark's a pro, but we have to throw one of them in. And obviously you would choose him over Kostin. So I think you got to get him
Acclimated.
I was going to say acclimatized. Jeez, man.
Acclimatized.
Acclimatized. There we go. I was thinking both words sandwiched together as one, so I invented a new word. Here we go. We're all learning today. So I did give him a few games skating with the club and get some NHL practices. But I think he's a guy you put in against Florida because you need some meat against Florida.
Especially with Matthew Tkachuk getting back into the lineup for the first time since his 2-game suspension.
And Aaron Ekblad expected to return from injury that game on Saturday, too.
Perfect.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. What else do we got going on here? Bryce with just a nice, simple let's go Oilers. Toby says Carolina coming off a tough back-to-back. Need to be fast and physical to wear them down. So Toby is in with his Sherwood Ford Giant key to the game. Before we get to our betting preview, let's go around the horn here. I'll get going with mine. This is a Carolina team over the last 10 games is only averaging 2.52 goals for per 60. Goals against, 3.3. The Oilers are averaging 3.7 goals for, 3.4 goals against. Carolina on average is getting outscored. Edmonton on average outscoring the opposition over their last 10. What I'm saying is don't give Carolina any hope tonight. Do not let them get that offense going early. You need to hit them first. Score first. This is from Jason Greger in his game notes. The Oilers have scored first in 6 of their 14 games. 5-1 when they score first, 3-5 when they give up the first one. The Canes are 5-1-1 when they score first, 3-3 when they trail first, or 3-3 when they score first.
It correlates perfectly.
Yeah, we're trailing first.
My key to the game, and I don't know if it's my turn, but I'm just going to say it, is bring that defensive intensity that you did against Tampa. Because what is Carolina? They're a fast team, and this is why I also like Holloway in the second line because he's a speedster, speed against speed. They're also really good defensively, so we really have to use our speed to, try to unlock some cracks within this pretty, stalwart defense. And I don't even know who the hell this goalie is in net, so, get all the shots in the world on him. But we have to shut Carolina down offensively because they are a buzzsaw.
They are. And we saw last game, if you let a guy like Svechnikov have any sort of space in the offensive zone, he will kill you over and over again.
Hold him to one shot, please.
Liam, key to the game?
Yeah, I think just anytime they play these backup goalies, you just got to get in the heads quick. So
we like to
let him linger into the game.
Ease in and feel confident.
Yeah, it's not a recipe for success so far this season. I think the Oilers have to get a goal in the first 5 minutes, which seems like a tall order, but they've got the offense to do it. And I just think, like we said, just play well defensively like you did against Tampa. But I also think this Carolina team is very beatable. So
and we beat them.
Yeah,
very handily.
Play your game. We're a good team again. I know the Evander Kane not having him is going to be a factor. So I think McDavid and Dry, like they are every night, are on pace for a good night again tonight.
Carolina Hurricanes 8-4-1 on the season. They are 77.6% on the penalty kill. That ranks them down 20th in the NHL, so they're in the bottom third of the league, just like the Edmonton Oilers. Power play percentage, the Oilers second in the league, 32.7. Only the Colorado Avalanche are better than them with that mark. The Carolina Hurricanes 26th on the power play, so the Oilers have a clear-cut special teams advantage here tonight. They have the advantage in terms of the rest factor as well. Here is the lineup for the Carolina Hurricanes, though. Sebastian Aho will center Seth Jarvis and Teuvo Teravainen. Jesperi Kotkaniemi,
that's the other Finn I missed.
Yeah, someone in the chat brought that up, too. He's struggling. 1 goal on the season. He's in the middle of Andrei Svechnikov and Martin Necas. What a year Martin Necas is having. Shot prop god as well. He hits it almost every single game. Jordan Staal with Jordan Martinook and Jesper Fast. Jack Drury with Stefan Notion and Derek Stepan. Second in back-to-backs. Stastny was a healthy scratch for them yesterday. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if Stastny finds his way back into the lineup for the Canes here tonight. On the blue line, Jacob Slavin with Brent Burns. Expect to see a lot of that duo against Connor McDavid. Brady Shea and Brett Pesce. Expect a lot of that duo with Leon Draisaitl.
How about that? Those two pairing, those
unreal.
It's just disgusting.
So good. Dylan Coughlin with Jalen Chatfield. Expect that duo to be the pairing that Woodcroft tries to get McDavid out against a lot. We'll see if that plan works at all. And between the pipes, Pyotr Kochetkov. Pyotr Kochetkov.
Which probably translates to Peter. So
nope.
Pete.
Let's go by Pyotr. Asked.
You asked.
Yep. 2-3 on his career. Or sorry, not 2-3 on his career. He's played in 3 games of his career. He has never lost in the NHL. He is 3-0 with a 2.42 goals against average, 902 save percentage. He is due to get lit up.
We're the record breakers, whether it's a record, a good one or a bad one. We're there to break it. So, yeah, sorry, Peter.
Waz, you can clip this and put it up tonight when the Oilers put 5 past this guy. Pyotr Kochetkov is due to get lit up in an NHL start. Every goalie gets lit up eventually. For Kochetkov, it took until his 4th game. Oilers are getting him tonight. That's my prediction.
I believe. I'm obviously I ride the emotional roller coaster that is the Edmonton Oilers, and we are coming off an extreme high. So I am remaining high until we hit the next low. So I believe in this team. I believe them against Carolina on the road. I feel like this road trip is now starting to get the traction that sometimes, when a team needs a road trip, that have a positive effect. I feel like we're getting that right now. Tampa was a huge momentum builder for us. And now we're going to play another quality competitor in Carolina, who in our back of our brains, we lit up. What was it, 6-3 in Edmonton?
6-4.
6-4, sorry. Once again, just don't forget what you did in Tampa and just bring that, discipline to Carolina. And our firepower is unmatched.
With Kochetkov, he did lose a couple of playoff games last year. He played 4 times in the playoffs as well. So he's never lost in the regular season. He has lost in the playoffs, though. Also, if you're watching on the YouTube...
he's comfortable losing. That's good.
If you're watching on the YouTube stream right now, do us a favor and absolutely hammer that like button. We're at 82 live viewers right now on YouTube.
Go. Hello, everyone.
But only 19 likes. I want to see that number get up a little bit. I'm not going to give my lock of the game until we get to 30 likes on YouTube. Liam, let's talk a little betting, courtesy of our friends at Betway, because I know we've gone over. I hope our producer Alex isn't too mad at me. I don't have him in my ear today, so we're just going to keep rolling. We're just going to keep rolling, Alex. Oilers are road dogs, and I love it. I love it. Plus 125 on the money line. Liam, what do you like tonight?
All right, I'm just trying to sit a little closer so I can see. Obviously, power play goal and empty net goal, plus 250, lock and load.
Load the clip.
And the other one I like is the Edmonton Oilers to win the game, plus a Leon Draisaitl points, plus 150.
Woo! Oh, that's juicy.
That's the juice, and I'm chasing it. So I like both those. We were 1-1 last night. Caulfield, not a great night for him, only 2 shots, but Martin Nakes hit his shot prop, so...
Are we riding nature's shot prop again tonight?
How dare you against the Oilers? We're going to defend our butts off.
I will not be betting any Carolina Hurricanes bets. I'm an Oilers fan, not a money chaser, Tyler.
I nailed the Kucherov shot prop last game against the Lightning, so,
Unbelievable.
2 more likes until I give my play of the game.
And I want Evander Kane to be Nikita Kucherov, but you won't let it happen.
I know.
Did you make any bets on how many sticks Kucherov broke in that game?
Oh, my God. That was wild, eh?
The hockey gods are on our side also in Tampa. I don't know if you noticed, because there was a lot of crazy chances that they didn't capitalize on.
What do you like from the betting front tonight, Jay?
I'm going to just go crazy tonight because I took it easy the night before, which is just, this is not betting 101, so be advised. Obviously, Oilers money line because it's juicy. Going to sprinkle a little on the puck line because I believe. Connor McDavid, man, is that guy going to stop scoring goals?
Probably not. And if you can get him at plus money, which you can tonight on Betway, you just gotta hit it.
You gotta dabble on it, and you know what? Who's due? You know who's due?
Who?
Pugliarvi.
Ooh, spicy.
He's been playing well enough.
Yeah.
He's been putting himself in the right areas, and he's converting the shots from being in the right areas. Connor's finding him. Connor's has trust in him. Sometimes Connor's not like to pass him. We've seen that in the past. So those two are starting to vibe. That's good. If Connor McDavid's on your line, I don't care. He will pull one off your ass. We know Pugliarvi will stand in front of the net, and I don't care where it comes off stick, but doesn't matter. Pugliarvi tonight, goal.
I love the Oilers. As the underdogs on the money line, plus 125. We got to 30 likes, so I'll give you my absolutely favorite bet this evening. The Oilers to win. Connor McDavid 2+ points at plus 250.
Ooh, I am definitely getting on that. That is
Betway.
So delicious.
Betway's going to be bankrupt after all the Oilers Nation everyday listeners
we're gonna
hit on that.
A lot of money to do that. Betway is big.
Tyler likes a Holloway anytime goal. Smart Cowboy agrees with you. Pool party breaks free tonight.
I don't mind the idea of a Holloway goal.
I don't either. I think he might get one tonight. I'm optimistic. For the first time since the game against Washington, I'm optimistic about the Oilers, everybody.
Was super down last time, and we all were.
All right. We got to wrap this thing up.
Oh, I see what producer Alex pulled up.
Okay, Alex, put it up. I know you want to do this.
I see what he's done here. I feel like we're getting trolled here from Ottawa.
If you saw this on Twitter, this is what you get when you let anyone purchase a verified Twitter account for $8. Don't worry, this is not actually Connor McDavid, everybody. He did not actually get traded to the New York Islanders and announce it himself. Wouldn't that be something?
To be fair, Evander Kane announced his own signing before anyone else.
But can you imagine if in a really messed up world this played out? McDavid was like, hey, hopped on Twitter, his first tweet that isn't BioSteel in like 6 years.
Or Adidas.
And was, or Adidas, or Rogers or whatever, like not sponsored posting. He goes, hey guys, I'm going to Long Island. It's Barzell, Sorokin, and 2 firsts going the other way. And then he send tweet. Sorry, everybody. Alex wanted to show you.
Yeah, we're getting trolled.
And
it's all good.
And we made him work extra long today.
That's why he trolled us.
Yeah,
I respect it.
We had to let Alex get his jab in. All right, that's going to be a wrap for today's edition of Oilers Nation Every Day. As always, coming to you live from the Sports Closet studio. And as always, when the Oilers play our friends at Sherwood Ford, the Giant, they got us. It's Sherwood Ford Giant game day edition of the show. Oilers going to win?
Didn't you hear my bets?
Yes.
Score prediction?
Something with an empty net. 5-3 empty net.
Yeah, I was going to say 5-3 as well.
Jack Campbell, tonight's his night. We're going to be donating soup to the food bank tomorrow, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and say the Oilers win this hockey game 4-0. We're optimistic
if
on a Thursday.
If it's 4-0 and he gets that, I will pledge $50 to the Edmonton Food Bank.
All right, let's do it up. Thanks
too.
for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow to break down whatever happened against Carolina Hurricanes. Enjoy your Thursday night.